Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jazzy RN. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. The goal of my channel is to help nurses pivot from the bedside to remote work. And just a little bit of background about me. I have over 9 years experience working in utilization review, also known as utilization management, and I have 2 years bedside experience. This first company is Cerner. They're hiring a care manager, telephonic nurse part-time, and this is a nationwide remote job. The availability is this job is part-time, 20 hours per week. You will work on Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you are required to work a rotating holiday schedule. So I'm guessing here if that rotating holiday is on a weekday, you will work a weekday instead of a weekend. But if you can end up getting a interview for this job, I do suggest you request information about the holiday schedule. On to the requirements. Associate's degree is required, BSN preferred. We require a compact state RN license. Business needs may require additional state licensures be obtained. At least 3 years post-acute experience, home health or hospice experience preferred. Nursing background working across multiple areas of post-acute care. Nursing experience in post-acute care. Current CPR, I am not sure why they require that if you're working remotely. Knowledge of home health, hospice, and palliative care services, ability to learn and master information related to locations and services of clients, excellent analytical and problem-solving skills, excellent verbal and interpersonal skills, communicate effectively with empathy over the phone, and must read, write, and speak fluent English. Now for the home office requirements, you must have a download speed of 25 megabits per second. Upload speed of 10 megabits per second is required. That's including wireless, wired cable, or DSL connection is suggested. If you have satellite, cellular, and microwave connection, this can only be used if approved by leadership. Also, employees who live and work from the home in the state of California, Illinois, Montana, or South Dakota will be provided with a bi-weekly payment for their internet expense. Home or hybrid home office employees will be provided with telephone equipment appropriate to meet the needs, business requirements of their position or job, and work from a dedicated space lacking ongoing interruptions to protect member PHI or HIPAA information. Now, this additional information is, while this is a remote position, occasional travel to Humana's offices for training or meetings may be required. I also want to mention, if you do go to the description box below, you'll see a link that will take you here. It's called Cure to Bedside Burnout. And the very first part of this site is a list of over 90 companies that hires nurses to work remotely. The majority of these companies are companies based in the United States and hires nurses in the United States. Some companies are international, some are based in Australia, Canada, the UK, and more. And you actually can scroll all the way down to see more information, such as my Udemy course. I'm going to show you something a little bit quicker to do your search on this site. At the very top of the screen, what you can do is click here to get to the Udemy course. This is a course I created, and it includes information regarding interqual, MCG, turnaround time, templates, and more, office essentials regarding what equipment you should purchase for your new home office, as well as FAQs, a list of over 20 questions regarding working remotely, and resume tips. And the resume tips I want to show you regarding how to format your resume. The first thing I want you to add is your platforms or any software that you know at your current job or previous jobs. You want to promote your tech savviness. So if you know Epic, of course, Microsoft Office, Cerner, Protouch, Allscripts, any kind of software that you've used at your jobs, you want to add that to your resume. Also write this with your resume with this in mind: what you did, why it's important, and how it relates to the job you want. No matter what kind of job it is, you want to promote your transferable skills. And here's an example, and this is regarding working from bedside to utilization review or appeals. Just a FYI, appeals is very similar to utilization review. On the right-hand side is a format of the template of the resume that I actually use. Now, my resume is very basic. You don't want to have anything that's fancy, like fancy fonts or charts on it. You want to keep it very simple, and just make sure your resume has your current job in present tense and previous jobs in past tense. Below that is information regarding a bedside nurse versus an insurance nurse, and you can review this at your leisure. And then down here, this is if you want to get Interqual or MCG certification. Now, I'm not promoting them. I'm not being paid. It's not a paid promotion regarding Interqual or MCG. But if you want your resume to look more marketable and show that you have experience using these platforms, and you can actually click on. We actually can do a Google search for Interqual certification or MCG certification and get certified. Now, these courses are live and they're taught for several weeks. Looks like the MCG is for 14 weeks. The Interqual is live as well. It doesn't say how long it takes, but they have the same exact pricing. And if you decide to do this, take a course, I would suggest the Interqual Level of Care Acute course. And if you want MCG, I would suggest the MCG Care Guidelines Specialist Certification. And the ISC is for inpatient and surgical care, and the GRC is for General Recovery Care Guidelines. The next company is with US Oncology. They're hiring a virtual care nurse navigator. This is remote. It says its location is Dallas, Texas. And this position requires a minimum of 5 years work experience as an RN in an oncology practice or clinic, bachelor's prepared RN, oncology certification preferred but not required. Nurse navigator certification is a plus. Demonstrated leadership, interpersonal and collaboration skills, ability to apply the full nursing process in day-to-day clinical operations, including assessment, analysis, and nursing diagnosis, care planning, implementation, and outcomes evaluation. Ability to assess health disparities, identify needs of populations and cultures found within the general facility service area, describe a patient navigation process to address those needs, and document outcomes. Ability to prioritize and reprioritize quickly, strong organizational and critical thinking skills, ability to apply and/or oversee care coordination in conjunction with a multidisciplinary team, strong verbal and written communication skills, working computer and internet skills, including an electronic EMR system, that's electronic medical records, and basic knowledge of local community resources. This next company is EEI, which is Enterprise Engineering Incorporated, and they're hiring a concurrent utilization review nurse. This is a remote opportunity and contract to hire, and you must be licensed in the state of California. You must be an RN with an active, unrestricted California nursing license. A BSN is preferred. Minimum of 2 to 3 years clinical experience with at least 1 year in utilization review, case management, or related field. Experience in a managed care setting with medical necessity reviews is strongly preferred. Preferred are certified professional in utilization review, that's CPUR, certified case manager, CCM, or accredited case manager, ACM. Additional clinical nursing or case management certification are a plus. Strong knowledge of clinical guidelines, that's including Interqual or MCG, and medical necessity criteria. Excellent communication and interpersonal skills to collaborate with healthcare providers, payers, and members. Strong analytical skills and attention to detail in reviewing clinical documentation. Proficiency in electronic health records, EHR, utilization management software, and Microsoft Office Suite. This company is Mass General Brigham. They're hiring a DSNP utilization management nurse. This position is remote. The qualifications are associate's degree in nursing required, bachelor's degree in nursing preferred, Massachusetts RN license required, basic life support certification preferred, at least 2 to 3 years of utilization management strongly preferred, experience applying national coverage determinations, local coverage determinations, and Medicare benefit policy manual preferred, Interqual experience preferred. I do want to mention that regarding Interqual, I do have more experience using Interqual than MCG. Out of all 3 companies I've worked for, all 3 have used Interqual. Only one company decided, the very first one decided, after maybe 2 years of using Interqual, to switch to MCG. But we only stayed on MCG's network for a year and a half, and they switched us back to Interqual. So just FYI, if you decide you want to choose between either the MCG or interqual, I would suggest the interqual.